Okay, looks like the left is trying to sack Tim Tebow for being one of them corny Christians. People like Leonardo DiCaprio get praised for their adoration for the earth. But Tim Tebow gets flack for expressing his love for God? These earth-worshipping libs are so backwards with their thinking. I'm just gonna start calling these enviro libs earthworms. Cause like earthworms, it's hard to tell their head from their ass.
I think what's happening. Propaganda.
Okay, a bit of perspective here. A lot of people aren't really bugging about Tim Tebow's faith, but libs are big whiners, and that's why they're able to get so much attention. Liberals throw a hissy fit when they see a person express their Christian faith, just like a vampire has an adverse reaction when it sees a cross. You're gonna have people like Bob Beckel say things like promoting Jesus is despicable.
I find it despicable that they would put Jesus on the back of NFL jerseys, that he would put...
Why?
Because I think it means the one and the only one that matters in this world. And the idea to bring that down to the level of the NFL.
Oh, Bob is such a big champion for Jesus. And in his authoritative, self-righteous tone, he thinks he's making a stand for Jesus by condemning those who bear his name on their shirts. Bob's acting like he's being all protective of Jesus. What Bob is trying to do is discourage the revival.
That man is the most miserable, low-down, sliding snake son I ever seen.
I take Beckel's view of Jesus about as seriously as I do Al Sharpton's. And hey, why isn't the Reverend Al Sharpton commending Tim Tebow about his outspoken faith? I guess Al's too busy sucking up to the earth-worshipping earthworms. And then you got people like Jay Thomas, who says that they wouldn't want someone like Tim Tebow to be a role model for their kids because their kids would die of boredom.
But she said, why wouldn't you want your kids to be like Tim Tebow? Well, my kids would die of boredom.
Tim Tebow gets to play professional football for a living. That don't sound like a boring life to me.
No, forget role model. I have no interest in my sons being like Tim Tebow, none. But over a lifetime, I believe you should have as many experiences as you can, as long as they aren't evil. I also don't buy a car without driving it first.
Now, here's the
so you don't
tires.
get married and you don't learn about sex by not having it.
What about having no baggage coming into your marriage? What about having no other experiences with anyone else so you can start with a clean
Suppose
slate?
it's really bad. Can you get divorced
just for a
night?
second?
But Jay Thomas feels like a woman is merely an appliance that you should test out in a sack to see if she's worth marrying. Well, if those are the kind of values that people like you teach their kids, they'll probably die of AIDS before they die of boredom. I'm AlfonZo for Zo Nation, where we give props to people like Tim Tebow and Taylor Swift. You're pretty responsible with your fame, and you set a great example. I hope more young ladies dig where people like Taylor Swift is coming from, as opposed to girls like Lindsay Lohan. Ooh, that girl is poison.
You have to sing it this time. Sing it.
Oh, snap. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh, no! That girl is poison.